bitches, my mother's kisses and fried chicken. Recreation and medical use for my prescriptions. No getting to this thing we call a zone. That's right, Parkside. I ride Rock Creek, that's where I reside. The uptown side, shorty on my mind. Now I'm the pedal late night, like in the work hard to make it shine.
WLVSradio.com, listenvisionlive.com, phonehomie.com. Now you have no excuse.
You know, pump my itch, and that's the truth, y'all. I throw caution to the wind and let it cruise, y'all. I take the matter going low for a skinny rapper with flow. It's not one love be on my burial plot. Higher than choppers getting aerial shots. Base jumpers, I'm prepared to just drop. Uptown, but we call it up top. Watch, I say L to the O to the V to the E. I can never fail if I'm strictly just doing me. Yeah, L to the O to the V to the E. I say you read dirty, I should end it with a free, but I.
Yep. Oh, that's that Super Dave weed. It's that Super Dave weed.
Big shout out to Chris Crazy.
Like a scone in my mouth.
That crazy. That's so high. 2K18 shit. Phone homie 2 touchdown. Tacoma. Damn, that shit. Jacob boys.
Turp saucy with the turp sauce. Turp god, I'm a turp boss. Smoking so high, I be so high in the sky. Roll with me, bitch. If you can roll with me, no skinny shit. Big blunts, big doinks, big weed, get to the point.
Big
Taking
doinks.
dabs in the parking lot, cause I really do spark a lot. And I got them soft lungs, but I'm still smoking nug run. Even if I'm on a drug run, the black market still plugged, huh? Drugs, huh? Are everywhere and we gon' do them. Bad bitches, yeah, we gon' pursue them. Stranger to this danger, yeah, boy, it's nothing new to them. Been keeping shit poppin', Southside hill toppin', Sherm sticking pill poppin', Squashington, what you talking about, nigga? Don't get hit in your mouth, nigga, and your baby mama get drugged. Do the club, all over a little bit of drugs. Bullshit, it rain a lot like a pulpit. Niggas sinning, niggas losing, niggas ain't winning, niggas stay grinning, fake grinning, niggas fake winning. Yeah, niggas really fake winning, but not being for real grinning.
Yeah. What's up? It's your boy, Phone Homie. We got the Slab Hour coming in just a few moments. Make sure you go get those torches lit up. Well, let's get the torches lit up and get those quartz nails warmed up. It's time for those motherfucking low temp dabs. Shout out to Chris Crazy. We love you. Stay tuned. WLVSradio.com. The Slab Hour.
Suicide, just a junkie who won't die. Fight or flight, dead and might shoot a fuckboy face tonight. These hoes be throwing pussy, but I couldn't fuck her if I tried. Just pass it to my cousin, let him bust that fucking bitch's spine. Oh, Jimmy Forex in a week, still on the floor trying to sleep. Find out be running so deep. Criminals just trying to eat. How the fuck is you saying we front? Pentagrams is what I trust. If I got the hair running, I'm ducking. Sippin' ain't tryna act like you drugging.
Ladies and gentlemen, Washington, D.C. and worldwide, Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour. Make some motherfucking noise! Yeah, the Slab Hour. I am Phone Homie, a Washington, D.C. resident for 12 years now, and a Tacoma Wellness Cannabis card holder, a.k.a. patient. Doing a damn thing over at Tacoma Wellness. We're one out of 5 dispensaries that you can choose from right here in the nation's capital. This is the Slab Hour, where we take that 420 and that 710 stigma and kind of show you that it's not as bad as people made it out to be. It's a acceptable, almost mainstream community that thrives on positivity and, productivity. as well as medicine and all the great things that cannabis can thrive to be, can achieve. Which is, there's many things that cannabis can be. Depends on how you want it and how you use it and how it needs to be used. All you got to do is follow what we do, and if not me, there's plenty of people out there in the world or information that you can go follow and understand that this is an awesome culture, no longer a subculture, and a community that you can get a part of very easily. You could be a part of, and you probably are already because you've been smoking some trees out there in the closet somewhere, and you just haven't had the confidence to get out there and show yourself. It's okay. It's still part of the community. We love you. On the ones and twos, DJ A Boogie.
What up, homie?
I'm all right, man. You how you doing? All right over there? How you are you waterproofed? What's good?
Yeah, man. I went ahead and got that military grade waterproofing around the cast. Everything's sealed up, man. No chance of moisture at all. Mm-hmm. If I choose not to, I can open it up for some moisture though. How's everything on your side of the world, man?
Good, man. Baby's kicking the ass. Go Caps, everybody. And no noise for the Caps? Yeah, come on, man. Caps doing great right now.
Yeah, DC,
about to take that cup. I'm feeling it.
DC finally has a contender, of a real contender. And this is Vegas' first year, right? So they got no experience. So they destined to fail. I'm just putting that out there into the universe.
Don't say it. Yeah, I mean.
No, I'm putting that out there, man.
There are 4 rounds of the Stanley Cup. Currently, the Caps are in the final round against Las Vegas. This is the first time the Caps have gotten past round 2 in 20 years, and if they win this one, it'll be the first win for the Caps ever in the Stanley Cup. The series that they are in is a best of 7, so whoever wins 4 games wins the series and the Cup. After last night's 3-1 victory, for the Caps, the series is now at a score for 1 win for Las Vegas and 2 for the Caps. That's all that's needed is 2 more games to win to make history for both the Caps and Washington, D.C. So we all are rooting for you, Caps. We love you, and we hope nothing but a win.
DC's ready for that, man. DC's ready for it.
Yeah.
DC's ready for a championship.
Yeah, man. Rock the red, man. Get in there and have some fucking fun. Grab your favorite brewski and root for the fucking Caps, man. Right here in the nation capital, we need a solid win. We need something to take home, put on ourselves. We need some bragging rights. All right, we're going through the ringer with all this stuff going on. A little bit of positivity, at least for our sports game. It would be nice. We're not asking too much, are we? So Master High, I want to thank everybody at the Phone Homie IG Live who are always keeping it live for us. What up to Stunts by Jay? Got to get over he was the guy who did the flip when I was over at the National Cannabis Festival. He was the one that did the flip over. We got to get that video over and onto my Instagram so people can see that awesomeness.
So was that choreographed? Did y'all talk about that before? Because that looked incredibly dangerous. But he looked so cool and calm the entire time. Like he might parkour to work.
Since you think it's so cool, yes. No, it was not. Everything was not. It was totally random and awesome. That's what happens when awesomeness occurs. So shout out Stunts by Jay. What up, Yabba Dabba Tools? Episode 157. I could have sworn it was 158. Really? You guys aren't stealing one from me? All right, shout out to the engineers back there. I thought it was 157. Somebody look at last week's show and see if it was 157 or 58. I'm feeling like I got one taken from me. Slab Hour episode 157. Let's get into what we call the Slab. Instead of playing the Slab theme song, which we will play, why don't we play that new song by Chris Crazy? Chris Crazy has got this great new song. I love it personally. Yeah, let's just do that, man. I got some Diamond Baron right now. It's going to have me all over the place. Shout out to the 157, 158. Today's 157. Okay, you put out 3 fingers. That's 3 plus 5 is 8. I see 1, 2, 3. See? Now you see you have that other finger up like that. Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're gonna get into this. Let's turn that volume up. Chris Crazy, we love you. If someone's out there, tell Chris Crazy we're blasting him up over here from Tacoma to Tacoma. It's your boy Phone Homie, part of the Jankum Boys. Let's get into these motherfucking teasers. Sing it all day. Chris Crazy.
Turp saucy with the turp sauce. Turp god, I'm a turp boss. Smoking so high, I be so high in the sky. Roll with me, bitch. If you can roll with me, no skinny shit. Big blunts, big joints, big weed, get to the point. Taking dabs in the parking lot, cause I really, really do spark a lot. And I got them soft lungs, but I'm still smoking nug run. Even if I'm on a drug run, the black market's still plugged, huh? Drugs, are everywhere and we gon' do them. Bad bitches, yeah, we gon' pursue them. Stranger to this danger, yeah, boy, it's nothing new.
Turn it up
Been keeping shit
and slab it down.
Southside,
What the fuck is going on with that camera motion?
Sticking pill popping. Squashington, what you talking about, nigga? Don't get hit in your mouth, nigga. And your baby mama get drugged. Do the club.
I'm breaking rocks.
A little bit of drugs. Bullshit. It rain a lot like a pulpit, niggas.
I'm right here on the show. Breaking rocks and smoking them like it's 1985 rerun. Oh shit. Chi-Chi. Get the rerun.
Living life to the fullest. Dodging all of that bullshit. I need a bulletproof vest for the haters shooting that full clip. And
I'm going in with a 4-carat diamond. Let's see what goes. We're gonna have it now. Oh God! I wasn't even supposed to do this today.
Pretty bitch, I will harass. My foot on her neck on the gas. Racing my daughter get cash. BMW, top of the West Coast. Yeah, we got bad white bitches, and we got the best dope. Tight grip, we can't let it go. On this game like Velcro. Close shave, no real coat. Beat a nigga down the steel toe. And I ain't talking construction. Fusion sound, don't fuck with. Yeah.
White lights.
You know the words, sing along.
The turfs are glowing just like E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab bass gon' linger.
Stoned immaculate like.
I'm just crazy if you don't know me. Punk motherfucker, I'm turfed out. I heard turf saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles. That's poop soup.
Poop soup.
Listen to me. That shadow right there don't listen to me.
What we watching?
I'ma watch the slab.
The slab hour. Oh.
Wax everything. Married to the turfs, don't you see the wedding ring? From Tacoma, the one with the K. And you know we squash rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twax in this here marijuana. Bitch, I'm on it. Twax in this marijuana. Welcome to the Slab Hour.
Brown banana eating, bitch.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up, I get high.
So yeah. Also 3 Stars Brewery, man. So I like hops. You can also find. I like terps, and you can find terps and hops. Is what I meant to say. Oh my God. Yeah. So events. As you know, we have plenty of shows here on WLVS Radio. Sunday, you can always catch us at the Slab Hour, and you can call in. There's an interactive show, 202-308-5271. You can come into the show at 2622 Georgia Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., Listen Vision Studio. And if you don't have the time to come in, just go over to your favorite internet device. Type in WLVS Radio. It's WLVSradio.com. You can find all the awesome gear that we have over at PhoneHomie.com. And this is a Washington, D.C. show held right here in Washington, D.C. We thank you for that. We also have Talking Church. Phone Homie presents Talking Church with District Dabbers on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Over on Friday, Physician for the People over at 8 p.m. And then, of course, on Saturday, McLeaf's Mark, Mixing Cannabis and Wrestling. Little WCW, Wrestling, Cannabis, and Wrestling. Over at 9 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah, so tune in, WLVS Radio, all week. We're keeping it motherfucking high for you. On high temp, on whatever. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. So this is not a show that you should have your children watch because there's lots of curses in it and there is adult content in it. But however, cannabis is for everybody, whether it's adults, children, dogs, cats, fish, or whatever else that cannabis can possibly help to heal. It's a universal thing. So welcome to the show, everybody. We thank you for coming. Over on Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes even on Fridays, Phone Homie presents some sort of event. that you guys can go to. You just tune into my Instagram over at @PhoneHomie, APHONE, @PhoneHomie on Instagram, and you can get in tune to the events that we have. All you got to do is check it out and follow the information that's in the captions. Yes, you are required to read. All right, it's never too late to read or to learn how to, for that matter, especially these days. So get over to your Instagram and make sure you're following Phone Homie, and you will be included as long as you follow all the directions that are listed in the captions. So that being said, Tacoma Wellness Center is now open 7 days a week. They are now open from 1 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. That's 7 days. Find out their menu and other information on them at their website, TacomaWellness.com, or visit their Instagram @Tacoma Wellness. Definitely check them out. Or you could even go to Netflix. You can see them in person. You can see the insides of their dispensary. If you go to Netflix, go to The Naked Truth, Episode 5, District of Cannabis, and you will see the family over there talking about what they do, and you might even see your boy Phone Homie pop up in there. So check out Netflix. You can now Netflix Phone Homie and chill. You can also check out Tacoma Wellness Center on the same show. Actually, you can even check out part of the Slab Hour on that show as well. So we've made it, baby. We've made it. Mama, we're coming home with the big bucks. We made it, finally. We're on Netflix.
Phone Homie and Sesh.
What?
Netflix and chill. Phone Homie and Sesh.
You know, working on some things, man. We got some ideas. We're trying to, we're trying to knock at some doors, man, and see what happens. Shout out to Kung Fu Vapes, by the way. I don't have my Kung Fu vape on me. I left it in my pocket in my other coat, but we always got some Kung Fu. Oh, look at this. Some Kung Fu vapes handy, no doubt. All right. Make sure you're checking out Kung Fu Vapes. Really awesome gear, really awesome hardware that really does stand up to the test. So that being said, we got Mr. Flo Side Gloves, we got Mini Nail, we got Mood Mats, we got Oil Slick, awesome greats that have been. We got Diamond Baron, awesome things that are here on the panel. We also have 420 After Fitness, and I think that it's your time to come on up and talk about this. Stay lit and stay fit every Sunday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the 420. At the 420 Cardio Sesh, created by 420 After Fitness. This event is based on an Instagram hashtag that's gained trendiness over the years. The movement hashtag Stay Lit, Stay Fit for the active cannabis user. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. there's an open invite for the whole DMV area, or doesn't matter where you're at. Outside of DMV, it doesn't matter. If you're in the area, come on over and join. And the CannaFit community to join as on all fitness levels are welcome to participate. So it doesn't matter where you are. If you're like me, which you need a lot of help, or if you're the go-to guy or lady or person that is out there every day getting it in, then this is also for you. So they do all kinds of workouts, high-intensity interval training, plyometrics, and recently they've been doing a lot of running in the rain. If you haven't noticed, it's been raining a lot in D.C. So what's going on, brother? Get in there. Speaking of, you got to
Today
make
we
love
were
to that
running.
mic.
It was the few and the proud today. There were a lot more that RSVP'd, but
So the Marines, you talking about the Marines were there?
Yeah, it seemed like it, kind of. I don't know anything about that. But today we were fighting the winds, the rains. It was great. Everybody liked it. At the end of it, we were just like, this is way better than 90-degree weather. Can we all agree that the warm rain coming down on us, running through the city, if any of us have been there, it just feels good with a bunch of people. It feels like a party. So that's what we're all about. Everybody comes from all corners of DC to everywhere out of town. Bring your friends. It's pre-workout, post-workout, fun times. So you guys stay within the boundaries and follow the codes of social media and stay up to date with us.
I gotta differ with you on the point of view of the warm rain. It was cold as fuck today.
No. That's the thing.
If your heart was beating and your blood was pumping, the rain was definitely nice and warm.
But that's the thing. At first, it feels cold. But then with other people and warming up beforehand, guys, at the cardio session, it's a whole nother thing. You get into the mindset before you're even running, and then we head up to the spot where we go, and dude, we had fun. Like 20 like 15 minutes into it, we're in the zone already. We're going blocks and blocks down like M Street, wherever we are. Guys, we're all around here. So, I mean, you can catch us any given Sunday all around. You got to stay tuned to 420 After Fitness or DMV_cardio_sesh to find out the locations. We've been sticking with a few good ones for the past rotation. So we have a few good spots picked out so far. So it's fun.
So okay, when you guys do a collective run, so do you have different trails and stuff picked out, or
we
kind of wing it, or
we kind of wing it? I'm like 100% for real, straight up. We kind of wing it, but throughout the week, we think about the trails. We text each other like trails that we're interested, and we're always down for anybody's input. If you have any trails organized, we're always talking with other DC running groups and stuff like that. We're always collabing with other people and up in the air for any of that. So we're always steadily thinking about the next best route, the next best activity that we can do, the best pre-workout gifts that we can give everybody out there, the best way that we can hype it up. And the best way that we can do that is getting it out there to the public and make sure everybody, when they come, make sure everybody knows that this thing is real and it's happening and people are out here and this is a lifestyle movement. People do this whether regardless. It's the cardio sesh. It's happening daily. People are blazing up before they run, blazing up before they lift. It's just how we do it out here.
How does that work? How do people feel? How do they explain to you how they feel when they're smoking and running?
A lot of people, a lot of people, it depends where you go, because a lot of people, it's either joints, it's either dabs. Some people take their time. Some people need to get in the zone. It's all about like doing different breathing exercises, taking your time before working out. I've noticed that.
I'll say this, man. I was a long distance runner, and smoking.
Shit.
Yeah, before when I was in high school and everything, and actually in the Marine Corps too.
Yeah, me too.
I used to run the 1600 medleys in high school.
Yeah.
But getting high before running was like the best thing ever, because you just zone and you could just go on and watch the different landscapes that you're putting through. And like for me, like I don't know, like even if I didn't have music on me, I would kind of create music within my own, my heartbeat, my steps, my rhythm, and my breathing, and all together it's just a great experience to the point that cannabis and adrenaline mixed together is just like the ultimate high.
It is. You just shut up and do it sometimes.
And the kabobbles are real, man. If you like run and don't even breathe,
they'll come up. But if you got water,
throw up like crazy. I love throwing up though. It's cool.
It's something you just gotta,
for me, it's
you
just,
gotta get over the hump. But
when you push yourself to the end,
Yeah. And it was fun because it was like different terrains today. Like we started off, it wasn't raining that bad. But then when we went over the Key Bridge, holy shit, on the way back, the fucking winds, I can say that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can say
the
fuck,
winds, they were picking up. Those fucking winds were picking up on the way back. We were, but we felt good about it. We'd stop to take pictures. We'd be like, oh shit. So, we make fun of it.
What were they like?
We make fun of it, the whole
I don't know,
thing.
what were they like?
We were like, oh shit, there's so many murals.
Is that what you said before?
So many graffiti all around the city. It's so beautiful. The murals, the drum circles, the freestyles that happen in the city, the dope shit, the art.
You do kind of like
you run into it.
Like
you pass
running
by
on.
it.
You're running on the territory, and you actually discover different things. I was walking with my son the other day, and I a place where we walk all the time, and then I just realized there was a swing there, and I'm like, oh shit, like off of a tree, and we went and swung on the tree for a little bit. It's like now we know where that swing is, and so it's a cool little swing,
off of a tree.
Off of a tree, just randomly, it's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a lot of dope things you can find just running around the city or walking around the city, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the point is getting fit.
Yeah, getting fit. That's the main goal. Do it fun, burn fat, and burn fat.
Get the heart pumping.
Get the heart pumping.
Yeah.
The pump. You go away with it. You think about it too during the whole week, and then you have the whole day afterwards. It ends at like 11:30. Around that, we get carried away sometimes. Go to 12. That pump carries on throughout your whole day. You get hyped up. I'm hyped up thinking about it. Thinking about next week.
You should have an elite club that basically just does it every day.
It's happening. It's happening. That's forming right now. We're talking behind the scenes.
Nice.
Producers and all that stuff.
Cool, man. So how's everybody getting at you?
Oh, Two ways right now. On Instagram, you can get at me at 420 After Fitness on Instagram, or you can get me at DMV_cardio_sesh. So I am there. My story, whatever, every day. I'm there.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Phone
All
Homie,
right,
for
cool.
having me on, man.
Turb it up and slab it down.
Hell
Get
yeah.
healthy. I need to get healthy, man. I'm sitting on.
Yeah, man. One of these days, we got to get you out
I don't know
here,
what
man.
they keep talking about
Everybody,
every week, man.
Get
you guys,
on the comments.
you guys
Get
can
this
clock it every
motherfucker out
week,
here.
right? Oh my
All
God.
right.
Yeah, send me messages if you think I should be
Yeah,
out
yeah,
there
yeah.
running.
Yeah,
I need some incentive for real.
We'll get to
be
it.
out
We
there
will.
pumping
We
it
will.
up.
We will. We're building that up right now. Yeah, exactly.
You know, like
That's what's gonna happen.
you ever get those algorithms on your
happening.
YouTube that point stuff in your way, and like I got one the other day. This guy is like, and he's got a beard on him too, and he's like, do you know that this right here that I'm holding is 30 pounds of fat? If you're between 41 and 45, this is probably you right now. I'm just like, oh God,
Yeah,
it's me.
just looking at
It's
yourself.
beating
in the
in
mirror
your
like,
head. It's
He's like,
beating
you're a.
Like, oh my God, you-
I'm like, he's like, all this is what's in front of you, and it's causing you distress and depression, and I'm like, oh God, oh, what am I gonna do about
You're
this?
right.
Plenty of
algorithm.
relief. Plenty of relief at the cardio sesh. 710. All of your, it's all going down. It all goes down. So, you don't got to worry about, is it only going to be flour or something like that? It's going to be everybody.
Don't-
I mean, the incentive really should be to get out there and get healthy and get your heart
we had a
pumping.
guy-
But it does help to have some incentive to get high with some friends and push it out there for sure.
Yeah, some people, they want, that extra, some kind of motivation, so they want to see it. And so.
And you only get one life. Why not try to extend it?
Do send those
Yeah,
messages,
yeah.
by the way. I wasn't kidding. Hit me in the DMs if you really want to see me start running around and make it funny. I'll put on. Never mind. We'll just get into it.
You already know.
Thank you again. All right.
man.
All right.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Next Sunday, come out to the Maryland Canna Fest. The Maryland Canna Fest is a nonprofit social gathering with the goal of raising cannabis awareness, meeting network with growers, vendors, artists, and cannabis enthusiasts from all walks of life. The event will be held from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday, June 10th at the 920 W Washington Street in Hagerstown, Maryland. West Washington Street. That's all like, like what? What? Yeah, at 920 West Washington Street in Hagerstown, Maryland. That could throw a Washingtonian District of Columbian off. On September 14th, check out the 29th annual Boston Freedom Rally. Enjoy 3 days of cannabis revolution on the historic Boston Common. There will be 2 stages of speakers and musicians, cannabis-themed vendors, and lots of food. I definitely will be there for sure with my booth. For more information, visit them at masscan.org on their Instagram at masscan.org. In news, I got the news voice now. In news, I need some like 1010 Wins music, but that would be violation of trademark, so we wouldn't do that now, would we? We need some 1010 Wins-esque. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the
world.
I didn't say that.
That's
Copyrighted.
transferred from me to you, so
Yeah.
it doesn't
I used
count.
to wake up today every day though in the morning.
Yeah,
I used to
me
love
too.
that.
Right? Yeah.
I actually
me too.
loved it. It was so motivating.
Yeah,
They were
it's
so on point with a lot of things.
It's totally 80s.
Florida judge repeals ban on smokable medical cannabis. The state of Florida can no longer ban medical cannabis patients from smoking cannabis. A judge ruled Friday. But the Florida Health Department is appealing the judge's decision. What? Caught between, what's up with, come on, can we just have good news for the sake of God? Okay, caught between our Florida's medical cannabis patients who say the state legislature is placing unconstitutional restrictions on access to their medicine. In 2016, Florida voters approved Amendment 2, the Second Amendment. Approved Amendment 2? What do you mean?
Maybe amendments also?
So it's not the Second Amendment, they approved Amendment 2. Is that something different?
I don't know.
That's their medical bill? Okay, Amendment 2.
Amendment 2.
That's a little bit confusing. I'm not going to lie. It's, Second Amendment.
It's a story about Florida, so it's only natural you'd think it would be about the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
There's some gun stuff going on.
Shout out to all the burgeoning Florida rappers right now. Fat Nick and all. In 2016, they approved Amendment 2. The constitutional amendment became effective on January 3rd, 2017. It expanded Florida's list of qualifying medical conditions, but also placed restrictions on smoking medical cannabis. Specifically, the language in the bill and in, quote, intent document, end quote, circulating during the 2016 lead up to the vote, did mention smoking cannabis, but only in very limited terms. The bill states that Florida legislature and local governments can ban medical cannabis smoking in public places. Last year, however, the legislature ended up passing laws banning the sale of smokable medical cannabis products. The legislature viewed smoking cannabis as a health risk. However, the bill signed by Florida Governor Rick Scott in June allowed patients to use cannabis in food as an oil or spray or vaporized.
So they can vape concentrates.
Technically, I hope the 710 community raised up for that one.
Yeah, but they can't
Pull out your rigs, everybody. It's time to dab.
Does that make sense? Florida. No normal news can ever come out of Florida, man.
All right.
So they can vape concentrates, but nobody can smoke.
Florida's been through the ringer, man.
Yeah, I know it, man.
Shout out to all you Floridians, man.
Orlando, Miami,
Not hating on you guys, man. Come on, man.
Get it together.
Passing all this stuff to you. Got all this bad stuff, and then you get a little good stuff over there, and now they want to fucking take it away from you.
Yeah.
We love you, Florida. Big up. I mean, as a dream, like as a kid, everybody wanted to go to Florida, Disneyland, Miami. Well, as your teen, as you got older, you're like, oh, Miami, you know.
Yeah, actually, little personal information about DJ A Boogie. I'm actually from
Who's
Orlando.
DJ A who?
DJ A Boogie.
A Boogie. Oh,
A
the guy on the
Boogie.
show. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ A Boogie, everybody.
Guys, speaking of third person, that's my superpower, like Kanye. Yes, I used to live in Orlando for a little bit, so I got a lot of love for Florida, but. That's how I could tell. That's how I could tell you personally. There's always some crazy stuff going on in Florida. Nothing normal ever comes out.
Shout out to 420 Terminator 710. Just 2 weeks after Governor Scott signed the legislation, Orlando attorney John Morgan filed a lawsuit to challenge the smoking ban. Morgan was a key player in the movement to legalize medical cannabis in Florida, but on Friday, Leon County Circuit Judge Karen Gevers, sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, ruled that the state's ban on smokable cannabis violated patients' constitutional rights, according to the Associated Press. In her 22-page ruling, Judge Grievers wrote that Floridians, quote, have the right to use the form of medical marijuana for the treatment of their debilitating medical conditions as recommended by their certified physicians, including the use of smokable marijuana in private places, end quote. Despite Judge Grievers' ruling that a ban on smoking medical cannabis was unconstitutional, the Florida Health Department is appealing the ruling. And that appeal has placed a temporary stay on the decision while the state goes through the appeal process. Still, medical cannabis supporters and patient advocates are praising the judge's ruling as a major win for patients of Florida. Quote, despite legislative pushback over interpretation and ideologies, justice has been served, end quote, says Taylor Patrick Beal of the Medical Marijuana Business Association of Florida. In his lawsuit, John Morgan used a testimony from two terminally ill patients who say smoking medical cannabis has dramatically improved the quality of life. Both plaintiffs said in court that currently permitted methods of cannabis consumption are not as effective as smoking. Diana Dodson, now again, I hope the 710 community raised up on this because vaping hopefully fits that criteria and you can get completely obliviated or, let's say, heavily medicated or properly medicated via dabbing, slabbing, and globbing. Yes?
Taylor Patrick Beal of the Medical Marijuana Business Association, he was like, they feel like justice has been served. They're good, you know what I'm saying? He's not, so he probably recognizes what you're talking about. He's like, we're not tripping.
Right.
We're gonna come back to this issue.
Right.
Justice has been served. But it's bullshit, but we're chilling with the, we'll take the concentrates and all that.
That's true. Diana Dodson, who has been HIV positive since 1991, testified that vaping cannabis has 50% less effective, was 50% less effective than smoking. She also said that smoking cannabis allows her to use the proper dosage for her symptoms. Additionally, Kathy Jordan, who has suffered from Lou Gehrig's disease since 1986, says that smoking alone can help her symptoms. ALS patients suffer from excess saliva, low appetite, and muscle pains. Smoking cannabis, Jordan testified, dries her excess saliva, increases her appetite, and relaxes her muscles. This is legitimate medicine, Jordan told the Orlando Sentinel over the phone. This ruling is not just for me, but for many other people. Indeed, Jordan's husband, Bob, said he was still in shock after the ruling. A little woman with ALS took on the state and won, he said. That's an amazing thing. It's kind of surreal. Judge Griever said that Judge Griever is keeping Florida appeals courts busy with cannabis cases. Her ruling that a ban on smoking medical cannabis was unconstitutional and is in fact the second medical cannabis case sent to appeals court this year. The next stop for the cannabis involving the prohibition on medical cannabis is the first district court of appeal in Tallahassee this year. But Griever's argument maintains that since the state banned public smoking, smoking in private was implicitly appropriate and consistent with Amendment 2. Doctors urged by New Jersey State Health Commissioner to embrace cannabis. Sorry, we haven't used that horn in a long time, and I just felt it was an appropriate moment. Call into the station at 202-308-5271. That's the pot line, 202-308-5271, right here at WLVSradio.com. A couple of months after New Jersey expanded its medical cannabis program, State Health Commissioner Sharif El-Nahal is encouraging doctors to recommend it to their patients. At an event at the Rutgers University Medical School, Dr. El-Nahal lauded the benefits of medical cannabis in front of an audience of medical practitioners and students. Though New Jersey's medical cannabis program is at an impressive rate, the number of physicians willing to recommend the herb is not. Dr. El-Nahal told the audience that patients of his repeatedly praise cannabis. He takes the example of Jake Honig, a 7-year-old who recently passed away from brain cancer. Rest in peace. Medical marijuana was the only therapy that allowed him to be comfortable in the last few months of his life and to interact with his family, he explained. He even reached out to Jake's father, Mike Honig, who publicly supports medical cannabis. Health Commissioner El-Nahal told the crowd of doctors the Department of Health is pushing this because of its benefits on patients. Sometimes it really is, many times it really is the best therapy you can give them. The Honig's family struggled to obtain cannabis for their son, catalyze legislative changes in New Jersey. Let's get a call in right now. Welcome to the Slab Hour. I'm Phone Homie. How you doing today?
How's it going?
Doing good. Thanks for calling in. What can we do for you? Hello?
Hello, how's it going?
Doing good. How you doing? What can we do for you?
Yeah, man. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Attending the Michigan Cannabis Cup for the first time. You got any tips for me?
Well, number one, have fun. Number two, pay attention to the weather. Michigan out there can be pretty, it can get pretty muddy out there at that site. So, but it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fire out there in Michigan. And, yeah, man, have a lot of fun. What else can I say? Right? Oh, Frenchie's class. Frenchie's going to be over there. DC Scroggett says Frenchie's class is going to be over there, and that should be something that you should not miss. Shout out to Michigan, man. Love you guys out there. And thanks for calling in. Appreciate that. Although, actually, I think that call was from Virginia. So they were from Virginia. Oh, that was this guy right here. It's one of those calls like, thanks, Mom. Thanks for setting up that call for me. All right. Call into the pot line. We thank you all. 202-308-5271. That was funny. That was real funny. Okay. So a bill proposed in Jake's honor, not you, Jake. Just a different
Not
Jake.
you, Jake. Not at all.
It's both Jake from New Jersey.
Calm down.
A bill proposed in Jake's honor sought to remove boundaries between patients and treatment. Assemblywoman Joanne Downey, who works on this legislation, explained to local news, although medical marijuana proved to be an effective treatment for Jake, his parents noted the difficulties they encountered with the cost, quantity limits, and issues related to producing their own cannabis oil and to administer it to Jake. As of late March, New Jersey has reduced fees and expanded its list of qualifying conditions. Now physicians can suggest the herb to their patients without registering. In theory, this means the doctors don't have to worry as much as about any sort of federal prosecution. So it makes it more comfortable to give you access to cannabis in New Jersey. As a result of improved marijuana accessibility, New Jersey's supply is running low. In urban areas especially, patients are having to wait in line at dispensaries, which sometimes run out of weed. Enrollment in New Jersey's medical cannabis program jumped to 20,000 since Governor Murphy, a more weed-friendly politician, assumed office. As of the changes implemented in March, around 100 new patients have signed up daily. Production hasn't increased enough to meet the Garden State's soaring demand. Well, go figure, Garden State. Come on, you better get up to your name and start gardening. Better get those gardens out there and start supplying. Yeah. Better get your garden hoe.
Garden hoe.
Yeah. If you ain't hoeing, weed ain't showing.
Garden State, they ain't living their raps. Garden
Right?
State, yeah.
So New Jersey, you know what you gotta do. Grab your hoe, start to
Get that hoe gardening.
grow. You come up with gold every day.
Can we kick this anymore?
Right?
Yeah,
He's on fire.
Yeah.
I'm on some Bruce Springsteen right now. Oh, you didn't get that? Well, you got to be a Bruce Springsteen fan to understand. Never mind. Production hasn't increased enough to meet the Garden State's soaring demand. Though patients have been quick to sign up for cannabis, doctors have been more hesitant. Currently, only 622 doctors have registered with the state's ever-growing medical cannabis program. For the 28,000 patients, they might not know who to talk to about cannabis. This is far from enough. With a lack of research due to federal restrictions contributes to a widespread physician wariness. Dr. Elnahal regretted, "We want to see more research, better research, but we are not. But anecdotal evidence and an increasing number of studies should give them the confidence," says Elnahal. "I want this medical marijuana to be in physicians' and other providers' heads as a therapeutic option, not something separate, not sort of in a different category like alternative medicine. This is really reaching a level of relevance and importance to patients," he told medical conference audience, and he told the medical conference audience, according to reporters. Yet some audience members remained skeptical. A child psychiatrist. Don't you dare tell me how to say. Thank you. Said after the presentation, "We don't have the evidence for me to jump on board to do that," which honestly is a fair thing for a doctor to say. You know, liability ways in so many different ways. You are here to tell, patients, what they can and cannot do, and if it's good for them or not, and they're expecting information from you. However, it only means that it's time for you to start learning, Miss or Mr. Child Psychiatrist. Yes, what is that? The bell that we have to stop? What's going on here? Hey, come on, man.
What bell?
Yeah, you heard that? He's like, clunk, clunk, clunk.
No.
Another doctor named Jill Williams likened weed to alcohol. I don't think you can totally interpret that as medicinal. People use alcohol to cope with trauma and depression and other problems, said Williams, an addiction psychiatrist. New Jersey is experiencing medical cannabis growing pains. See that? You get that? You didn't catch that? All right. While patients are eager to access the anti-seizure, anti-nausea, pain-killing medicine, doctors are wary of recommending it. This will likely remain the cause while the threat of federal prosecution lasts. Until then, promising research, cases like Jake Honig's, and public support from officials like the health commissioner will hopefully promote medical cannabis open-mindedness. What are you trying to do over here with this tongue twister stuff? Oregon is overgrown with recreational cannabis. Officials say, well, trying to get those plane tickets going now. The Oregon Liquor Control Commission, the state agency charged with regulating Oregon's 2-year-old legal cannabis market, has reported that growers in the state are producing far more recreational cannabis than is being consumed at the retail level.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no. What are we going to do?
Or shall we say, oh, what? Motherfucking Turftown is going to be the next stop in Oregon. According to the OLCC data, licensed cannabis cultivators produced more than 1 million pounds of dried cannabis flower in 2017. Make some fucking noise! That's a lot of cannabis right there. 1 million fucking pounds. That's fucking Scarface status.
Sosa. Hey, by the way,
This is great A shit, man.
everybody knows, and if you don't know, now you ought to know that Sosa was the real hero in the movie Scarface. Sosa was the real hero. he's
We
the one that-
digress.
Yeah, he's the one that got away, right? He's the one that you know what I'm saying? He's the one that made all the millions. Scarface was trying to be him. There it is.
And DJ A Boogie
Yeah.
with Silver
Facts.
Screen Magic
Yeah,
information.
The more you know. We can get that across the screen right there. The more you know.
The more you know with DJ A Boogie.
Jay, we working on that?
What's in your growler?
Sosa. So yeah, 891,000
You got good head.
pounds of weed.
Yeah, no, it's a million.
A million.
This is a million. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's Sosa.
suck that, Sosa.
Sosa.
Just kidding, it's Sosa.
Bitches love Sosa.
But retailers only sold only 108,330 pounds of herb to customers. To consumers. I'm assuming that's pounds because you didn't put the weight in there. Okay. So stoners, they're probably getting high off this shit, and they're like, just tomorrow, dude. I'll just give it to you tomorrow, man. And it has a big effect, and so like all this cannabis which is supposed to be sold, they just weren't on their shit,
It's poor marketing.
Yeah,
It's poor branding.
They didn't reach out that
That's all
far,
that is.
They're,
I don't see-
shit's good out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get a little bit locked. You might get a little locked out there.
It's a silly problem to
Listen,
have.
like 30 minutes off the plane out in Oregon, I've been whiplashed in the fucking head. Just fucking with my folks out there in Oregon, man. These guys, they kill it out there. They're just, they will fuck your world up. And you wonder why they don't want to leave. I just want to move. They don't want anybody else to move there either. They don't want people to move there at all. They're like, oh,
No
you're not
more.
from. I was out there, and I was at a thrift store in Oregon. And this lady, she's like, are you trying to move into Oregon? And I'm like, no, just here visiting. She's like, you're one of them Californians? And I'm like, no, I'm from the Beast Coast. And she's like, good. We don't want no fucking people coming in. Stay the fuck out.
You people, whoa.
That's what she said.
She said we're
No,
closed.
she's saying you people. EWE. It's a different.
You
You.
people,
You
yeah.
people.
old,
People.
old English.
Sheeple.
Old English.
It's all right.
No more apartments. We're closed. That's hate, man. Oregon
Yeah.
for the Oregonians.
Oregon's awesome, though. I love Oregon. Straight up. Beautiful place. What were we talking about, though? Oh, yeah. Retailers only sold about that shit. That leaves an additional 891,000 pounds of weed in the market. Come on, guys. Get off your fucking ass and get that shit fucking good. Squish the shit. Fucking make some oil. However, officials are unsure that the state is really growing too much cannabis. Mark Pettinger has spoken of the OLCC. He said that analysts are trying to determine the connection between retail sales and production. He noted that retail sales aren't the only market for the flower, so the difference might not indicate a surplus of cannabis. Just getting corollary between the amount on hand, the 1 million pounds, and sales, Pettinger said. He noted that with so many variables and newly legal industry, this newly legal industry, regulators do not yet know what the data means. There's a lot of unknowns about this. Pettinger said, we've not even processed 2 full years of legal recreational cannabis through the OLCC system. It's been a challenge to forecast this market. He noted that retail flower sales are not the only market for the sales cannabis production. We need to do a deeper dive into the data and look at the value-added products, concentrates, oils, edibles, and tincture. You forgot about diamonds. We need that to answer the question of how much inventory of flower is enough for the regulated market. Although regulators don't have enough information to identify trends, the market is showing signs of overproduction. Wholesale prices are already dropping even as more growers are applying for licenses to begin cultivation. After an impressive harvest in 2017, average prices for sun-grown cannabis dropped more than 50% in a matter of months. From $1,500 to $700 per pound, according to local media. Who? Where? Yeah, I need a number. Quick, put it on the board. Prices of $400 per unit or even less. We're not unheard of. Okay, again, who sources out? Hey, Big B, what the fuck is this? I want the number of this guy. Where you got this source? Lizette Coppinger, founder of Bend-based cannabis dispensary CannaBend, believes that some growers will be forced out of business as the market continues to mature. Oregon is going through a survival of the fittest phase. What are you, Mob Deep? And only the top producers will survive, she said. Coppinger also stated that wholesale prices for high quality indoor flower are more steady. Consequently, retail prices for top shelf bud at dispensaries like hers haven't dropped much. We have cut prices because we will pay top dollar for the flower we buy, she said. It is the outdoor market that is suffering from the oversaturation of flower competing against each other to survive. The producers we work with have not had the time or chance to adjust the pricing as the quality of the product has only gotten better. Gary Braceland owns a cannabis Gary Braceland owns cannabis cultivator and retailer Tokyo Starfish. He told local media, as the cannabis industry in Oregon and elsewhere matures, market forces are bound to take over. People are going to jump in because it looks promising, Braceland said. The free market takes over and normalizes the supply and the demands of the emerging market. California will probably go through the same growing pains. It's simple economics. And that's all my news for today. But I can attest to that in the sense we have a micro and a macro version, right here in the city. Everybody, we've watched people that have come in, whether they're, guests at our events, turn into hosts at our events, from people that have been even audience members, one day have turned into hosts on shows, so everybody, sees the benefits of something, they want to jump in. Hence, how we had the, California gold rush, or, the, oil, when people rush for oil or gold or anything that makes money, or anything that's going to get somebody to a better place in life as a community, as a person. Nowadays, pretty much everybody shoots for as an individual, but hopefully, people still remember that, it takes a community to make something right. So it is a race, and everybody's damn sure welcome to attend. There's really nobody saying that you cannot join in unless you're throwing shit at me. Unless you're like, not of age or something like that. But even then, doesn't mean that you can't research and do whatever you want to do to be part of this community in one way or another. So, there is room for everybody, but at the same time, things do get oversaturated. And we've seen that right here in our own community. From not even just, a year or two ago, where things were a lot more bare. And where we've come to today. So it seems like everybody in one way or another is involved somehow, deeply. And, it's mind-blowing. But that is the way of the world. People catch on to good ideas and they imitate and they emulate. And that is part of how the way of the world, how we as humans kind of go around. And, especially nowadays, everything is accessible to you. So why wouldn't you be the person to bring it up and be out there,
Yeah, I feel like one thing that this community has really brought out is that American spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit. Cats come out with their brands, and there's more than just cannabis. It's personalities, it's clothing, it's music, it's culture. You know what I'm saying? It's vibes, and there have to be leaders out there to set the tones for those cultures. For those, for the clothing, for
Why not have cannabis bring out the best in you?
And competition is fun too, man. Competition is fun too, especially when you see the blueprint that you've already laid out, or that others
I can
laid
honestly
out,
say
and you see people following it.
Cannabis has allowed me to bring up my ideas on clothing, on design, on music. Allowed me to put a platform to my music, my voice. So I definitely gotta say, like, I saw the potential. I saw the potential years ago, 2009, when I went out to Amsterdam, and I saw coffee shops, and I was like, wow, shit really does happen. And I came back, and I'm like, okay, California is already on it, some way or the other, and eventually it's gonna come over to the East Coast. So how can I get involved? And that's how I got started years ago. But that's a whole nother story. Right now, we're making some room for a great local. A friend of ours, very talented. He's out there in space right now, but we're going to bring him right back over here to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to our homie, Flex Matthews. What's going on, man? What's going on? Come on up here, man.
What's up, bro?
How you feeling?
I'm good. How you feeling?
Good, man. Now, just so you guys know, like we've had Flex Matthews on the show quite a few times, and I don't know, I said all the time, I love actually talking about how Flex Matthews and I go back. We've known each other for quite some time, way before I was Phone Homie. You were always Flex Matthews.
I was always.
I was not always Phone Homie.
You were not Phone Homie.
Yeah, it was somewhere deep inside of me.
Yeah.
It was somewhere in there,
It had to be recognized.
it never was. It wasn't even a thought though at that time. But you were doing Flex Matthews back then.
I was.
Let me ask you, when did the name Flex Matthews actually come out? What year?
97.
And how?
So I would always write Flex on notebooks and walls and whatever the case may be, and then I would the hall monitor caught me coming in from the Smokers Corner in high school, and that's where the freestyle sessions would take place.
Were you smoking back then?
Yes, I was actually.
Okay.
So like I would just go there to freestyle, but I would sneak back into school because it was during a class I had, and she caught me, and she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Flex." And she said,
Real
"Flex."
quick.
She said, "Flex what?" I said, "Math." When I realized she was buying it, I said, "Matthews." She said, "Okay, Mr. Matthews, report to detention at 2:50 when school lets up." I'm like, "Word, no doubt, I'll be there." I couldn't believe, and I was like, and from that point, it just kind of stuck.
Flex.
No doubt.
Yeah, I was in survival mode. I didn't want to go to detention.
No. Listen,
Closest thing to jail.
I had like
Yeah,
a deal.
boy.
I had a deal with like the detention, the secretary who put out the detention because she knew if the detention slips got home to my mom, she would whoop my mother would whoop my ass.
Yeah.
But I was getting detentions left and right because I would do stupid shit just for attention. I would get detention for attention. Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, it did. I mean, it makes me who I am today, so I guess I can't deny it.
Oh, there you go. Then.
I was a fucking clown.
We all were.
Both negative and positive attention. I had it coming to me.
All right, good,
Yeah.
good. Well, you styling on them now, though.
Yeah, it's all right. This whole show, I've been trying to actually cover my receding hairline. It's
wisdom, bro.
it is. It doesn't seem. Every time I do it, it's like fighting back. It's like, oh, show it, just show it. All right, fine. So you've been doing your thing for so long. You have, and I'm telling you, when I say doing your thing, I really mean doing your thing. Like you're out there.
Yeah.
You are out there.
Yeah.
And I love it because like you whatever energy that you bring out there, you bring it. You've always had it right here. You
Yeah.
and Damu.
Yeah.
You guys put a lot of energy together. Shout out to Damu. I've tried to get in there somehow as a beat maker.
Yeah.
I've never really did it because I was too shy. Like I stepped in here and I was like, oh, we've met each other. We know each other. But I gotta say, you guys have really solidified music together. You got music out there. Tangible.
Yeah.
Tell people where they can get your music right now. You just put out a new album, by the way.
Yeah.
Talk about that for a quick second. I'm sorry. I'm throwing lots of things
It's all
at you.
good. It's all good. New album is called Dreams and Vibration. Is Flex Matthews and Damu the Fudge Monk.
Yeah.
Put out by their label, Redefinition Records.
Yes.
You can go to redefinitionrecords.com, and if you're into vinyl, we have the vinyl for sale.
Actually, after the show, talk to me about that. Two things. One, I have two of your vinyls.
Okay.
Same like two copies of the same song in my collection, in my
wow.
6,000 plus vinyl collection.
Wow.
And I was going through it, I was like, somehow I think I actually picked that up from you, or when I was going through crates, one or the other. But I
Yeah.
think it was the latter. I think I was going through crates and I actually found it. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I grabbed it. So I have
Yeah.
two of your vinyls, and that's and I actually. Talk to me after the show because we want to shout out to HR Records, Home Rule Records. We're opening up soon. It's over in Kennedy Street Northwest.
Nice.
We definitely want some of your vinyl out there.
Yeah.
In the store.
Depending on which record you have, one of them is really rare.
Really?
If it's the
When I find it, I'm gonna reach out to you.
yeah, one's being sold on Discogs for like $173.
Really?
Like,
Do you have that vinyl?
I do. I have a couple of them.
So it's rare because you got them all. That's why.
That's you selling them, I think. Right
No, it's
there.
not me. It's me.
Somebody might be letting them go for
I call that rent vinyl. That's rent vinyl. If I get in trouble, that's rent
Listen,
vinyl.
it's not crazy. I just spent $200 on a La Planète Sauvage original soundtrack album. And, I don't know if you know anything about records or about the movie La Planète Sauvage, but just, talk to me about it, and I'll tell you why I spent that much. But it's one of those crazy things. Even DJ Boom knows. DJ Boom, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Boom. Shout out to Boom.
who knows?
Shout out to Boom.
Shout out to Boom. So the new album is special.
Yeah.
It's not the first album you put on vinyl.
No, it's not.
Did you make color vinyl, any crazy vinyl, or just
No.
classic black vinyl?
It's funny. They normally do color vinyl, but this is like a double LP, so I think they just want to kind of just stick it to the straight regular.
Press
black.
it, and pop it.
Yeah, man.
It's already released.
Already released. It's on all those digital outlets, Spotify, blah 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 blah.
Talk to me after the show. I definitely want to get some copies into the record store.
Definitely appreciate that.
Let's throw some tracks out there and let's talk about some of these tracks. Right. DJ A Boogie, why don't you go ahead and just throw some snippets out there and just when did this correlation, this collaboration between you and Damu start?
Truth be told,
yeah.
Like probably
we don't lie. Come on, man. We're here for the truth, man. Please.
Yeah. I want to say for this album, like 2005. Some of these songs are from 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he had
but I'm talking about further than that. Like when did you guys just bump into each other and said, "Hey, I'm Damu. Hey."
2002.
2002. Oh, you know.
I was 21, brand new into the city. He was like 19.
From where?
South Dakota.
Okay. So,
yeah,
wow.
South Dakota. Yeah.
Wow. Fargo?
No, that's North Dakota.
Oh, okay.
Just as cold though.
South of that.
Okay.
Yeah. But he was like 18 or 19, just out of high school. And he would hip hop. I love hip hop. He got into this hip hop venue that didn't card people. You know what I'm saying? And he came through, and truth be told, people thought he was kind of annoying a little bit. And he was signed up for the open mic list, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just a producer, but I just want rappers to rap on my beats."
Yeah.
So he would play his beats, and Kaz would freestyle. And I won an MC battle one night, and my first one, and we were walking home. He was just talking about his beats. I was like, let me listen to these beats. And I listened to a couple of them. Then he played one more, and I was like, yo, okay, I think we might have something here. So it's 2002. I was 21. He was like 18 or 19.
What was the name of the record store that was over there on U Street?
Capital City Records.
Capital City Records. I used to buy records when I first moved here.
Yeah.
I came to DC in 2005 when I got out of the Marine. I was stationed at the Naval. Navy Yard over in Southeast, and after I finished that in 2005, I was like, shit, should I go back to New York or should I stay here in DC? And I'm like, I'm gonna stay here in DC.
Nice.
I'm gonna give it a shot. And so I would, I'd walk around my, all red Adidas outfit and everything, I would get, people in the car and be like, yo, this motherfucker don't know where the fuck he's at.
Yeah.
But I would go over there to Capital City Records.
Yep.
And I would get a bunch of records. I love that spot. Now I was kind of like, I really wanted to, because I could hear them like doing their things, trying to, with beat making and beat competitions and stuff like that. So I always wanted to do it, but just too shy.
Yeah.
Too shy. But me and my boy Ron, shout out to Con
What
Ron.
up, Ron?
You remember Ron, right?
Yeah.
Con Ron also used to be co-host of the show. He was my audience.
Oh, nice.
He was like my number one fan on all my beats and everything. And he was my confidence in saying like, I actually have something that people want to listen to.
Nice. We need those people.
Even if it's only Con Ron.
It's okay. Sometimes it's just that one homie.
So go ahead and let's get some tracks rolling.
All right. Oh, so this song is called Burners. It has Blue on it and Insight the Truncator from Y Society. And a lot of Blast Radius. He artist definitely stands on his own. It originally came, this is actually a remix. It's not listed as a remix, but it should be though.
Right.
Because it came out on another Redefinition Records project. This artist called Def D. And it was cool, it came out, and an interesting thing about this song is at the end of my verse on the Def D version, I was like, I gave the last line. I said, "Into M Burners, I hope to be better." I say the rap Bill Cosby and the colorful sweater. This is for all his issues.
Right.
This is for all his issues, right? So Damu said, "Yeah, we're gonna put this out. I want to do a remix for this." I said, "Okay, cool." He was like, "But we're not putting that Bill Cosby line in there." I was like, word. He was like, yeah. So whatever. So he like, when it gets to the Bill Cosby line on Dreams of Vibrations version, he definitely like scratches it out and puts like an old dirty bastard version in there.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
So it's before the Bill Cosby situations had gone awry, and I was like, oh, it's Bill Cosby. We love Bill Cosby. Now I don't know, is it
right? It's crazy. Ever since that shit happened, like I have a nice collection of all the Fat Albert DVDs.
Nice.
And like I don't want to get rid of that. Like I grew up on that shit. But now like I can't even put like because there's so many great samples in there and everything like that. Like I can't even really fuck with it because it's like oh god.
Don't let the media bully you, man. It's still classic music.
I mean, it is still right for sure.
Who knows what's happening in the studio?
But listen,
but
man,
the music was fire.
It was. So maybe just secretly, I just watch the shows by myself.
Listen, I have
feel nostalgic,
I have a lot of Bill Cosby vinyl records, and I was like, man, like you said, there's so many samples on there, but it's like,
right? How many people still have pudding pops in their freezer?
Yeah. So it's an intriguing thing.
Wow. It is. Anyway, this is not about Cosby. This is about you, man.
Yeah,
yes,
Flex Matthews.
Yes,
Flex Matthews, man.
Yes,
but yes, there's an awesome omitted. And they did the same thing too. And we're keeping it on. Sorry, they did the same thing at Ben's Chili Bowl.
Oh, really?
But
yeah. Exactly.
All right, let's go into the next track. Enough about this questionable funniness. Play this. Come back to this, man. Rewind and bring it up. I love this.
Oh yeah.
Come on, DJ Boogie. Come on. You remember? Okay, so number one, right off the top, I'm hearing Nas's Jingle Bell. You know what I'm saying? The Jingle Bell beats are just. That's just me hearing it from the outside.
Caused a deep sleep to fall upon the land.
Oh, but it comes in so beautifully.
It does. So I recorded this song in 2005.
Do you make beats yourself?
I have an ASR.
Okay.
I don't use it though.
Okay. So the answer is sort of.
No, I have an ASR.
Have you ever made a beat?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I have an ASR, turntables, and about 500 records. And I'm just a collector now.
Good. We'll come over to HR Records and
I will.
And check it out.
I definitely will.
What's up with this? I love the way this comes in. It's so fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's just Damu. The song is called Dreamin'.
What year?
2005.
Nice.
This is probably the oldest song on here.
Nice.
And like it's one of those songs he had to beat, and I wrote it, and he was like, "Y'all want to put this out?" And I was like, what? I don't know, man. I was like, you know what? Do what you do. I trust my producers 100%. Like Unknown, Unknown.
Yes.
So that was the first dude to ever give me a beat. I was like 17, like 97.
Wow.
First dude to ever give me a beat.
Okay.
So like Unknown and Damu, like these are the guys that I trust completely with my music.
Right.
Like Jizza said, he didn't hear Liquid Swords until it was finished.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how much he trusted RZA.
Wow.
And I feel this.
That's big.
I feel the same way with Damu.
And you think about how much of a classic that Liquid Swords is. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like I trust those guys.
Yeah.
So, Damu, I was like, "What you gonna do?" And he said, "Don't worry about it." And I was like, "I didn't." Same thing with this song. I wrote this song probably the 2006. It's called Bear Witness, and wrote it in 2006 and to a completely different beat.
Yeah.
And Damu was like, just let me do what I do. I was like, all right, do what you do. So shout out to my boy Damu the Fudge Monk. He's just like always, he's always excelled, and when it comes to making music with him, it makes me feel like I need to step my game up because he's all about his business. Like he's dope. So I just want to come as dope as I can.
So I feel like that you've been traveling for the past few years, and as of late, you're back home.
Yes, I am.
All right.
But I leave next week. I leave this week, actually.
Where are you going?
Connecticut, and like a show in New Hampshire, and another show in like super upstate New York.
No doubt. Connecticut. You got some people out there. We've had them on the show, actually. Oh, God, I can't think of his name. Shout out to Connecticut. So we got I know... motherfucking dude with the red beard, man. He's got red beard, and then also the other guy. We had Johnny.
Agent or?
No. Not as a rapper. I'm talking about as a rapper, as an artist. But anyway, shout out to Connecticut and shout out to the Connecticut hip hop scene.
Yeah. know exactly who
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah, you know what
too.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All
I
right, so
gotta-
shout out to the whole Connecticut scene, man. And yeah, so you're going up there, man.
Yep.
Connecticut's no joke, man.
Say what?
Hartford's no joke.
Yo,
Yeah.
Hartford is
Hartford's
not
like
no
the
joke.
Bronx.
Yo,
It's rough.
Hartford's crazy.
It's rough. I felt like
shout
I
out to
felt right at
Connecticut.
home.
Truly representing the Beast Coast.
Yeah.
Out there, up in Connecticut. So what's on the menu for this new? What are you gonna do with this new music? Are you gonna go tour with it? Are you gonna work on new music? What's
So I don't know, right? Like that's a good question. Like I'm just promoting it. We're promoting it, pushing it as hard.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Washington Post. I got a Washington Post write up
Nice.
on Friday, so that was
Shout
cool.
out. Yeah.
Had my
Mad
face in
humble,
there.
Mad humble. I
It
know
was-
that was mad humble, but you know what I'm saying. At the same time, that's what you're supposed to do, man.
You
That's-
know, I was in color. I was excited. You know, it wasn't in
Yeah,
black and white. I was
yeah.
in color. I was like, yo, this is great. You know, but so just pushing and promoting it, and I do a couple shows here and there. Damu's such a workhorse though, so he's in his zone in the basement. He has an apartment now, so he's not in the basement, but he's in the zone. And
Be clear.
so I'm always like, yo, let's do something else. Let's do something else. We're like 6 songs finished into the next project.
what about videos? Are you guys really like you should be? I would say you should be concentrating on making some videos.
Always, right? So like we have on YouTube. There's a video where him and I are just like. Just jamming out. He has the SP12 and he has the MPC, and he's dropping some songs, some beats off of the album. And I'm doing some verses and I'm freestyling. There's like 2 more of those videos coming out. So yeah, we definitely have content coming out in regard like that. I don't think there's an actual music video coming out. We talk about it. We toyed around with the idea of it, but probably
Stop
not.
talking and start making some.
I know, right?
Right? You got a whole landscape in DC to work with.
I know.
You might as well get them in there.
I shot my first video in DC. I'll do
Right.
more.
So, man, let's tell people where they can get at you.
Yeah, Flex Matthews at Twitter. FlexMathews.
Okay.
That's Instagram, Twitter. I'm more active on Instagram and Facebook,
Right.
but I'm on Twitter. Bandcamp, but redefinitionrecords.com is where you can get the new album, Wax, and all types of everything I've did with Redef, from the ancient ones to the tapes, all that stuff. So yeah.
So we would say now there would be like a good solid over 10 years you've been putting in your work in for how long?
No, way more than probably like good 15, 16
years now.
17 probably. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice, man.
I've been in DC since like 2002. Putting work in for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, always, you're much loved around here, man. Everywhere you go, you got a great positive attitude.
Thanks, bro.
Flex Matthews, man. Definitely, like, I wouldn't bring him on the show if I didn't feel like, this guy has been, like, his music is awesome. His vibe is awesome. He's good people. They really, really put in the work when it comes to making that real beautiful sound,
Thank you, bro.
And it represents the culture on such an awesome level,
Thank you, man. Well, shout out to DC, man. DC helped me
the whole DMV.
to transform into that whole what you hear. I
Yeah.
came when I was just a kid rapping, with not knowing what to do, and I got around in the scene, and the scene showed me what a good MC should do.
Let me ask you this. What has been your craziest collaboration? Have you ever done like any collaboration with some bands or anything like that? Or
My craziest collaboration.
yeah,
There's a song with Killer Priest and I floating around out there.
oh really?
Yeah, there's a floating around out there.
Killer
So,
Priest.
yeah, there's a Killer
That was some
Priest.
heavy mental.
Oh, I did a song with Dylon.
Okay.
It's floating around out there. Dylon. So it's floating around out there somewhere.
How is it? Is it Flames?
Hell no.
Wow,
No.
very honest.
No, it is not. It is the most polar bear song you will hear. The beat is fire though. The beat is fire, but nah.
It was Dylon's fault. I already know.
Yeah.
I already know how the story goes.
Yeah, it's somebody's fault. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, we all could have did better. We all sucked as a group on there. So yeah.
So just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna pass you some of my beats, and I'm just curious to see what the
it.
response is when you
I
come
sit in
back.
the house and rap all day. That's all I do. I wake up and I rap.
All right,
I
well.
write songs and I listen to beats and I freestyle, and I do networking and things of that nature. But I'm a full-time rapper, and that's my job. So I try to be as dope as I can and write as much as I can.
No doubt. we're gonna make you go on here and try to perform, but really the ultimate goal was just talk to you.
Yes, sir.
You guys, you've been putting out so much work and everything, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Really want to just showcase some real local talent. I think that you got it, man. You really do. I think as a performer. Because I think that you're much more than a rapper. I think you're a performer as well. You bring a nice essence up on the stage.
Thank you.
People really feel a lot of love listening to you.
Thank you, man.
And you have really great, you have great messages to put out there, and I think that's important, especially nowadays. There's a lot of negativity out there, a lot.
Man.
And even negativity has become the trend. It's become the
It
go-to.
is. It is.
But even through that, I think that we should just stay hitched as human beings.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of positivity, because we do want to wake up every day and live out this thing, even if we do have receding hairlines that won't hide during the show. Go Caps, everybody, and Flex Matthews, let's give it up for him. Thank you, DJ
Thank
Boogie,
y'all.
man. We love you.
Thank you, bro. You're doing good
man.
stuff here, bro.
You can get at Flex Matthews. He gave you all the information. If not, DM me and I'll pass it on the information. All right. All right. It's a Slab Hour. Let's chirp it up and slap it down. Someone's got a dab for me. Is that what's going on here? Okay, we're good. You just fresh pressed this. It's fresh pressed rosin right here on the show. It's DC grown. What do we got? What flavor is this? Velvet Sunrise coming out of DC. I'm Phone Homie and I'm turping it up and slapping it down. Let me out!
Slap it up, slap it down, turf 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 it up, slap it down. Yum. Weed's got terps in it. Yes.
Chirp it up and slap it down. I'm Phone Homie. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday right here on the Slab Hour. Woo!
Roll with me, bitch. If you can roll with me, no skinny shit. Big blunts, big doinks, big weed, get to the point. Taking dabs in the parking lot, cause I really, really do spark a lot. And I got them soft lungs, but I'm still smoking nug run. Even if I'm on a drug run, the black market's still plugged, huh? Drugs, huh? Are everywhere and we gon' do them. Bad bitches, yeah, we gon' pursue 'em. Serve it up, slab it down, serve it up, slab it down, serve it, serve it, serve it, serve it, serve it, serve it, serve it up.